Welcome back to another unboxing from pushingcardboard.com. I'm Grant Linneberg, your cardboard pusher. Today we're having a look inside the box of a Nevsky game designed by Volko Ruhnke. Came out, I guess, a couple years ago. Something about this game, it's scared me off a bit, but I think now is the time to finally take the plunge and check it out, because these games, the Levian Campaign series, I think are really starting to catch on. There's another volume coming out. Almoravid is coming out right away, and they have a very active Discord channel where there's just multiple new iterations of this system being applied to all sorts of situations. So I think it's time for me to get on the bandwagon and learn at least the basics of this system and see if I like it, and see if I'm going to be caught up in that great money pit that's going to be another giant series for Volko Ruhnke. Anyway, this is from GMT Games. This is the big, thick GMT box. Looks pretty much like what you expect from GMT, so let's have a look and see what's inside. It's a pretty heavy box, so I'm sure it's a mounted map, and that'll be part of the weight, but I think there may be like a couple decks of cards or something in here as well, so I think we're going to see quite a stack of components in here. Alright, let's have a look. We have a little correction. Okay, so a little post-production but pre-shipping errata. Not such a big deal. They'll can figure that out. Here's the rules of play. Nice non-glossy rulebook, my favorite. Matte rulebook. Oh yeah, nice index at the end here. 24-page rulebook. There's some, looks like a couple of scenarios at the back here. So it looks like it's basically 20 pages of rules. Oh, that looks good. Nice rulebook. A background book. So that's a little different. We're so accustomed to GMT providing us with playbooks these days. They're calling this a background book. Let's see what's different in it. We have some play hints and some examples of play, which is basically like a playbook, I guess. What have we got in the back here? Oh, looks like tons of historical background and yeah, history. Well, that's great. Fantastic. Campaign synopsis, history of some of the lords, and a lot of examples of play. And there's a design, looks like a couple pages of designer's notes as well, so that looks terrific. This looks like stickers for what they call the wood cylinders, so we're going to see some wood cylinders in here somewhere. One set for this one proper set, and then a set of spares as well. There we go. This looks like play aids. Yeah, same for both people. So a set of player aids, one for each player. That's always appreciated. And this looks like maybe, well, it could be, we've got the Teutons and the Russians. That's the two sides. We could have the, or I assume it's the two sides. We could have, these could be the setup cards, I imagine. Well, yes, and here's I assume these are knights, or whatever the heads of each of the forces of the different, we have a prince, we have a bailiff here, we have a bishop, a prince. So this must be the list of forces for each side. The Arts of War, the Russian deck, so this must be one deck of cards. Reference sheet, Arts of War, and Arts of War, the Teuton deck. So this must let you know what the special cards are for each side's deck. What have we got here? Is it battle boards or something maybe? Hard to say. I would guess this is some sort of a battle board, but I have no idea really. Looks like you could open it up and sort of siege the castle. Are the two the same? No, they're slightly different. Well, they're damn good looking, but I have no idea what their function is. That's kind of cool. Never seen that before. Here we come to the counters. So these are big, these are nice, thick GMT counters, pre-rounded, large style, and then we got pre-rounded sort of 5/8 inch size, and then your regular 1/2 inch size that if you're fussy about that thing, you're going to get out your corner rounder and punch those out. Oh, and then looks like we have here sort of some, instead of 5, it's like a double size 5/8, and again, pre-rounded. Those all look great. And some more similar to the first sheet, which are more like half 5/8 and then half inch, or 1/2 inch counters that need to be clipped. Provender, sleds, boats. So this looks like all the stuff you need for supplying your armies. There we go. And finally, here comes the board in the typical GMT plastic baggie. This is a box full of stuff, no doubt about it. The board, well, it looks like it's not huge. That's if that's all the board is, that is not that's like, well, the box will tell me, but you know, that's definitely not your 2 foot by 3 foot board. We've got looks like a time track across here, across the top, which would be time track, turn track probably, and then down below, this is the map where all the action takes place. So, that's exciting. I don't know why, but I'm excited to see a smaller board than usual. Quite a good looking board. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a closer shot here. Yeah, it's just an area map. I'm not going to, I hesitate to say it's got an old-fashioned feel to it, but it does have a bit of like an old-fashioned map feel to it. The game's set in the 1200s, yeah, 1240 to 1242. So they've gone for a sort of a Middle Ages map look, which is really cool. Yeah, that map's exciting. I'm all about that. That's great. Here's our game pieces. So here's the cylinders. We've got little pie shapes, little cylinder shapes, little sort of almost like little brick shapes. So all wood pieces that go along with the counters. So we've got a variety of different types of pieces in this game. Okay, we got some decks of cards. We got 3 decks of cards, command cards, and then an Art of War deck for each side. Let's have a look here. There we go. This is the command deck, and it's not a very thick deck, so that's interesting. You know, when you think of a command deck for most card-driven games, or you think of the ops point in the top corner there. I don't know if that's the same as in this deck. Who knows? Oh no, you know, this may be the deck that shows who's allowed to be. Yeah, here we go. There's a command deck for each side. Sure, once you have, say, Herman is activated, then his cards go into the command pile, and you decide, how many times you're going to activate him or what have you. So, there's Heinrich, there's Rudolf, Nudenabel. Yeah, great. Yaroslav. So this is more like, these, in a way, as I understand it, these are more like activation chits, and there will be the same thing for the other side. So this is probably the Russians, I guess, and this would be the Teutons. Yeah, I won't open those because they're going to be the same thing. But let's have a look. Each side also gets their own deck of these type of cards, and these, I think, are going to show us. Yeah, all the cards are. You can see there's a line going through where you can use either the top part sort of as an ongoing event and the card gets shuffled away, or you can assign the bottom part to one of your knights or lords or whatever they're called, and they'll get the power on the bottom for the rest of whenever they're used, but then whatever's on the top won't be able to be used in the game anymore. So yeah, that's an interesting double use of cards. And again, the other side gets a similar deck, and they'll be using that. And then finally, so we have some dice, of course. And then I'm just going to open one of these because, again, it's the same thing twice. But these are little placemats for each of the different lords or leaders or whatever they're called, late lords or knights of your side. And once you levy or activate one of these, you get to put this card out and put his forces on put the card out and put their forces on the card. There's spots for the knights and what have you. So yeah, that looks great. This wow, the components in this game are fantastic. Let's just have a look at see if I can see if they have a size for that map. 17 by 22 mountain map. Yeah, 17 by 22. So a lot of games have a 22 by 34 map these days. That's kind of cool to see a smaller map in such a big game. Well, there you have it. That's what's in the box for Nevsky from GMT Games by Volko Runke. I hope you like the unboxing.